If you are over the age of 70, the foods you eat every day can have a much greater impact on your health than you might realize. Some foods that once seemed completely normal may begin to affect your body differently as you age, influencing your heart, digestion, energy levels, and overall well-being in ways that are not always immediately obvious. In fact, many health experts emphasize that after 70, the body becomes more sensitive to certain ingredients such as excess sodium, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. According to information commonly discussed by the National Institutes of Health, these dietary factors may play a role in age-related health changes when consumed frequently. The concerning part is that many of these foods are incredibly common, found in everyday meals, snacks, and even foods that are often considered quick and convenient. But here's the good news. With the right awareness, simple changes in your daily diet can help support better health, improve energy, and reduce potential risks over time. Welcome to the channel, where we focus on simple, practical ways to help you stay healthy and active as you move through your 60s, 70s, and beyond. In today's video, we'll go through 6 foods that doctors often recommend limiting or avoiding after the age of 70 to support overall health and long-term well-being. Make sure you stay with us until the end, because one of the foods on this list is something many people eat almost every single day without realizing its potential impact. Before we go into the list, it's important to understand why diet becomes even more important after the age of 70. As we grow older, the body naturally goes through several changes. Metabolism slows down, muscle mass may decrease, digestion can become less efficient, and the body may become more sensitive to certain foods and ingredients. At the same time, the organs, including the heart, kidneys, and digestive system, may not function as efficiently as they once did. Because of these changes, the way your body reacts to food can be very different compared to earlier years. Research often discussed by organizations like the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggests that maintaining a balanced diet becomes increasingly important in reducing certain health risks as we age. This doesn't mean you need a complicated diet. It simply means being more aware of the types of foods you consume regularly. Now, let's begin with the first food that doctors often recommend limiting after 70. 1. Processed meats. Processed meats are one of the most common items found in many diets. These include foods like sausages, bacon, hot dogs, deli meats. They are popular because they are convenient, flavorful, and easy to prepare. However, they often contain high amounts of sodium and preservatives. As we age, excessive sodium intake may contribute to increased blood pressure, which can place additional strain on the heart and blood vessels. Guidance frequently shared by experts at the Mayo Clinic highlights the importance of managing sodium intake, especially for older adults. Another concern with processed meats is that they are often heavily preserved to extend shelf life. While these additives are regulated, frequent consumption may not be ideal for long-term health. For individuals over 70, the body may not process these substances as efficiently as before. A better alternative is to focus on fresher protein sources. Options like grilled chicken fish, eggs, beans, and lentils can provide essential nutrients without the added preservatives and excess sodium. Even reducing processed meats a few times per week can make a noticeable difference over time. 2. Sugary foods and drinks. The second category includes sugary foods and drinks. This doesn't just mean obvious sweets like cakes and candies. It also includes sweetened beverages, flavored yogurts, packaged desserts, hidden sugars in processed foods. As we age, the body's ability to regulate blood sugar may change. Consuming high amounts of sugar can lead to rapid spikes and drops in blood sugar levels, which may affect energy, mood, and overall health. Research discussed by the National Institutes of Health suggests that excessive sugar intake may contribute to metabolic changes associated with age-related health concerns. Another issue is that sugary foods often provide calories without essential nutrients. This means they may take the place of healthier foods that the body actually needs. For seniors, maintaining balanced nutrition becomes especially important. A simple step is to reduce added sugar wherever possible. Instead of sugary snacks, consider options like fresh fruits, nuts, unsweetened yogurt. And when it comes to drinks, switching from sugary beverages to water or herbal tea can make a big difference. 3. Deep-fried foods. The third food doctors often recommend limiting after 70 is deep-fried foods. These include items like fried chicken, French fries, fried snacks, fast food items. These foods are typically cooked in oils at high temperatures, which can increase the amount of unhealthy fats. Some fried foods may contain trans fats or high levels of saturated fats, which have been associated with increased cholesterol levels. When cholesterol levels rise, it can affect blood flow and place additional strain on the heart over time. As we age, the body may find it more difficult to manage these effects, making dietary choices even more important. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy fried foods again. The key is moderation, and when possible, choosing healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling. Steaming can provide similar flavors while reducing the intake of unhealthy fats. Even small changes, like reducing fried foods to occasional meals rather than regular habits, can support better long-term health. Salt is a normal part of our diet, and the body does need some sodium to function properly. But the problem is not salt itself, it's the amount of sodium we consume every day. Many people believe they only need to watch the salt they add while cooking. However, a large portion of sodium intake actually comes from hidden sources. These include packaged and processed foods, canned soups and vegetables, frozen meals, ready-made sauces, restaurant and fast foods. According to information often discussed by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, most adults consume more sodium than recommended, often without even realizing it. After the age of 70, this becomes even more important. As the body ages, blood vessels may become less flexible, and the body may respond more strongly to sodium. High sodium intake may contribute to increased blood pressure, which can place additional strain on the heart. The tricky part is that high sodium foods don't always taste overly salty. This makes it easy to consume large amounts without noticing. So what can you do? A good starting point is to become more aware of food labels. Many packaged foods clearly list their sodium content. Choosing low sodium or no added salt options can make a significant difference over time. Cooking more meals at home can also help you control how much salt goes into your food. You can replace excess salt with natural flavor enhancers such as garlic herbs, lemon juice, spices. These small changes can help support healthier blood pressure levels and reduce stress on the heart. 5. Refined carbohydrates. The next category on this list is refined carbohydrates. These are foods that have been processed in a way that removes much of their natural fiber and nutrients. Common examples include white bread cakes and pastries, sugary cereals, white rice in large amounts. These foods are quickly broken down by the body, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. Over time, frequent spikes in blood sugar may contribute to insulin resistance, which affects how the body processes sugar. Research referenced by the National Institutes of Health suggests that these types of changes may be associated with factors that influence overall health, including cardiovascular well-being. Another issue with refined carbohydrates is that they don't keep you full for long. This can lead to increased hunger and overeating, which may affect weight and energy levels. For individuals over 70, maintaining steady energy and balanced nutrition becomes especially important. A better approach is to replace refined carbohydrates with whole, unprocessed options. These include oats, brown rice, whole grain bread, quinoa. Whole grains contain fiber, which helps slow digestion and supports more stable blood sugar levels. Making gradual changes, like switching from white bread to whole grain, can have a positive impact over time. Mid-video reminder, retention hook. Before we move on to the final food, here's something important. The next item on this list is something many people enjoy regularly: often thinking it's harmless. But when consumed in excess, it may quietly affect your health over time. 6. Excess alcohol. The final food on this list is alcohol, specifically excessive consumption. Alcohol can affect the body in several ways, especially as we age. While moderate intake may be acceptable for some individuals, drinking too much alcohol on a regular basis can place stress on the body, including the heart. Some of the potential effects of excessive alcohol intake include increased blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, additional strain on the cardiovascular system. Health guidance often discussed by organizations like the World Health Organization suggests that limiting alcohol intake may support better overall health. After the age of 70, the body may process alcohol more slowly. This means that even smaller amounts can have a stronger effect compared to earlier years. Additionally, alcohol may interact with medications, which is another important consideration for older adults. If you choose to drink, moderation is key. And for those who are able to reduce their intake, it may provide additional support for long-term health. Bringing it all together. Now that we've gone through all 6 foods, you might notice a common pattern. Most of these foods are not harmful because of a single serving, but because of how often they are consumed over time. That's why awareness is so important. Small, consistent habits can have a much bigger impact than occasional choices. And the good news is, you don't need to change everything at once. Even simple adjustments, like reducing processed foods, choosing healthier snacks, or cooking more meals at home, can make a meaningful difference over time. Now that we've discussed the 6 foods doctors often recommend limiting after the age of 70, it's important to step back and look at the bigger picture. Because this is not just about avoiding certain foods, it's about understanding how small, everyday choices can shape your health over time. The reality is, most health problems don't appear overnight. They develop gradually, through habits that are repeated day after day, and the same is true for good health. It's built slowly through simple decisions that you make consistently. Start with awareness. The first step toward better health is awareness. Just being mindful of what you eat and how often you eat it can make a big difference. You don't need a strict diet plan. You don't need to count every calorie. Instead, ask yourself simple questions. Am I eating too many processed foods? Am I consuming more sugar than I realize? Are my meals balanced with natural, whole ingredients? These small moments of awareness can help you make better choices without feeling overwhelmed. Choose more natural foods. One of the most effective ways to support your health after 70 is to focus on more natural, less processed foods. These include fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins like fish and chicken, healthy fats from nuts and olive oil. These foods provide essential nutrients that your body needs to function properly. They also tend to be easier to digest and more satisfying, which can help reduce cravings for unhealthy options. Over time, shifting toward these foods can support better energy levels, improve digestion, and overall well-being. Keep moving. Even a little physical activity plays an important role in maintaining health at any age, and it becomes even more valuable after 70. The good news is you don't need intense workouts. Simple activities can be enough, such as daily walking, light stretching, gentle exercises, spending time outdoors. Movement helps support circulation, maintain mobility, and keep the body active. Even 15 to 30 minutes of light activity each day can have long-term benefits. The key is consistency, not intensity. Stay hydrated. Hydration is often overlooked, but it plays a crucial role in overall health. As we age, the sense of thirst may decrease, which means people may drink less water without realizing it. Dehydration can affect energy levels, digestion, and overall body function. Drinking enough water throughout the day can help support many systems in the body. A simple habit is to keep water nearby and take small sips regularly. Sometimes what feels like hunger is actually thirst, so staying hydrated may also help reduce unnecessary snacking. Managing stress and rest. Another important factor that many people overlook is stress. Chronic stress may affect the body in ways that are not always visible, including its impact on overall well-being. Taking time to relax is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Simple ways to manage stress include spending time with family, enjoying hobbies, practicing deep breathing, taking quiet moments for yourself. At the same time, getting enough rest is equally important. Sleep allows the body to recover and function properly. Creating a calm and consistent sleep routine can support better overall health. Progress over perfection. One of the biggest misconceptions about healthy living is that everything needs to be perfect. But the truth is, perfection is not necessary. What truly matters is progress. It's okay to enjoy your favorite foods occasionally. It's okay to have days where things are not perfect. What matters is what you do most of the time. If the majority of your choices support your health, those occasional indulgences become far less significant. Consistency is what creates long-term results. A simple perspective. Think about your body and your heart. They have supported you through every stage of your life, every day, without pause. After the age of 70, taking care of your health becomes less about restriction and more about respect. Respect for your body. Respect for your well-being. Respect for the life you've lived and the years ahead. And the good news is, it's never too late to make positive changes. No matter where you are starting from, even the smallest step in the right direction can lead to meaningful improvements over time. Final thought before closing. The foods we discussed today are not meant to create fear. They are meant to create awareness. Because once you understand how your daily habits affect your health, you gain the ability to make better, more informed decisions. And those decisions, over time, can shape a healthier and more active future. Taking care of your health after the age of 70 doesn't mean making life difficult or giving up everything you enjoy. It simply means becoming more aware of the choices you make each day. The foods you eat, the habits you follow, and the small decisions you take daily all come together to shape your long-term health. And the best part is, you still have control over those choices. Even small steps, like reducing certain foods, choosing healthier options, or building simple daily habits, can make a meaningful difference over time. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from this information, a friend, a parent, or a loved one. And if you want to continue learning simple, practical ways to stay healthy as you age, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a video, because in the end, it's not about big changes. It's about small, consistent steps that lead to a healthier and more active life. Stay healthy, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.